We did it. We are live for our interview series. Yes, with Sarah Staten. And what's
Okay.
so powerful that you don't know is that we took a number of minutes beforehand to get the right shot. And
Yeah.
so many times in life, we just go with it. And it could have been a video like this, it could have been a video like this. Or if you're unfamiliar with technology, your camera screen could be like fuzzy and foggy or
Yeah.
dirty. And so we worked through, which tells me a lot about Sarah because she had the sweetest attitude. And she's like, let's try this, let's try that, let's do this. Yes, I'm so grateful for meeting Sarah when I did. I was doing the leadership game, which is a leadership game or a tool from John Maxwell, who I'm certified through, with Charlotte at the school where Sarah was attending to become a massage therapist. And her energy and her ability to be real with the game and choose to play all in was absolutely so special. It feels like I was with her last week and not a year ago
Right.
because she stayed with me. And so here we are today. We are doing an interview with Sarah, learning a little bit more about her and sharing what she's been working on. So maybe you'll be inspired by her. Maybe you'll be interested to say, wait a second, where are you? What are you doing? I want to come see you. I'd like to be one of your clients. You never know. Or where you are, you can pass on this video to someone that you think would love to be inspired by Sarah, what she's doing, and or a client. So we're grateful. So Sarah, would you mind sharing a little bit more about you and how you became, or how you came to this position and massage?
Yes, I would love to. And I just want to thank you. The leadership game was such an awesome opportunity to not just connect with you, but also like my classmates. Because we had been in class already and we were getting to know each other, but the leadership game really like brought us together and it made the rest of the school year so much fun. And we really bonded through that. So it was really cool. And
I'm so grateful that you shared that because I felt the energy when I came in. You guys were like, what is this about? You know what I mean?
right.
Like kind of like, oh great, here we go again, you know.
It was our first like fun, um, interactive thing. Like, yes, it still was class. We had class that day, but when you came in, it just kind of shifted the vibe and it made it more open to us, having more things in common besides what we meet up for, besides massage. So it was really awesome.
Love it. Okay, our interview's done. Just kidding. Thank you for sharing. I'm so thankful that you would share that honestly. And, and you felt that energy because
Yeah.
it really is important. And
Yeah.
because it was also your energy that made the difference too, because you were open. Because a couple of students were not so open at first,
Right.
which is
And
normal in life. We get a little guarded,
yeah,
especially in
especially
the,
when you're not really presented the opportunity to be vulnerable with people a lot. So when it comes up, it's kind of like, what? So yeah.
exactly. Exactly. Well, thank you for sharing that. I really appreciated that. We did not talk about that before, and I'm really grateful that you shared that. That's
No, I
awesome.
just wanted to start it off with that because, like she said, we haven't connected since last year, but it doesn't feel that way because that's just how the vibe was, and I just had to share that.
Ah, thank you. So yes, please share about you.
Yeah. So I had always been interested in like not even interested. I always believed in the ability to be able to like heal and help people. Like even if it's just through encouraging words, showing up and sitting there with somebody, like just presence matters. Like showing up people in their time of need or just making people feel better has always been a thing that I was drawn to. And I remember being younger, like I would always just try to be a good friend, or I would always try to make like face masks or beauty regimens or do nails or do hair. And I would try to just help other people with like, feeling and looking beautiful. And I even used to heat up like hot rocks and I would like put them on my brother's back, like just crazy stuff. And so um as I got older, that kind of like feeling, not the feeling stayed with me, but the dream and idea of it kind of faded away because I never saw anybody, do that. And if I did, it was just like so far from me, like on TV or something. So I went to school. Of course, I graduated from high school. I graduated from Cass Tech in 2019. And after I graduated high school, I shifted off and I started working in childcare because I always wanted to help people. I love helping people and I love helping kids and teaching kids. So I did that for about 7 years or so. And I remember just trying to start back up with massage school because I saw like flyers of it around. I'm like, well, maybe I can get into this. But it just never seemed like the right time until one day I just got serious about myself and serious about my life. I'm like, I get up, I go to work every single day, and I spend my money on the things that I want to spend it on. Let me spend my money on something that will better me, something that I actually want to learn, like something worth investing in. It's not like I'm just going to school to go to school. It's actually something I like. And that gave me a sense of power with getting my education and going back to school because I was like, you know what? I'm not in high school or community college anymore. I Now I'm back in school, but I'll get to that later. But it was different. It's like I was just going because I was out of high school and I just knew I had to go to school. Whereas now it's like I took the power. I said, no, I want to learn more about X, Y, and Z. So I'm going to invest in that. And that's what I did.
I can't hear anything else. You're good.
Oh, okay, good. And so, sorry, I lost my train of thought
No,
because of
that's
that.
okay. You were sharing about how you decided to invest in something that was going to better you.
Oh, give me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
That was a commercial break, and we're back.
Yes. And so, when I got that power and realized, like, hey, I can do something that I want to do, I can use my money to better myself instead of doing. It kind of felt like I was just floating through life in a way where, like, I'm doing technically the right thing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do,
Mhm,
but I didn't feel um like in tune with it. And
mhm,
so I started school with Charlotte, and that was just such a blessing because I was literally the last student to sign up. I was the seventh student. Classes was probably like a month away, and I had to pay my tuition. And it was like literally by God's grace that I was able to even pay my startup costs because I had lost my job before I was doing that. And it was just a crazy turn of events that happened. And I was able to start school. And when I got there, I just started feeling more driven. Like, granted, I was starting from like ground zero because I left
mhm.
my job to pursue school, and I was in transition to find a career that was more fitting to my school schedule. So it was kind of like a big leap of faith because I left the job that was like secure. Like I come here every day, I make money, but it didn't align with my school schedule. So I was like, I kind of got to pivot here. And when I started school, like about a week or two in, I found a job that aligned with my school schedule. And I was like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm spending my time doing something I want to do. I could have kept the job. Yes, it made me money, but that wasn't what I wanted to do. And so I went to school and I was doing what I wanted to, and all the other stuff fell into place later. And so since
Hold
then,
on one
I've
second.
been,
Hold
yeah,
on. First of all, that's amazing. Love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so enthralled. Can you move back just a little bit because it's kind of cutting you off? Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's perfect. I think you got a little closer, and I was like, no, no, we're gonna lose this.
no, when I get excited, I get in there.
No, it's good. I love it. I love it. And you know what I think is beautiful? I did not want to interrupt you at all because of the passion. I want to stop for just a second because anyone that's watching this that realizes that what you said was you had something secure. You
Yeah,
had something that was working, yet you knew it wasn't right. And
right.
because of that, you allowed another opportunity to show up that could be in alignment that didn't mean it was an all or nothing. It was a matter
Yeah,
of you were going to blend the two and it was possible and you surrendered to it and you didn't like hold on for dear life to make something. It wasn't.
right.
And that is beautiful. So thank you. Continue.
Yeah. So, after that happened, I kind of just started applying that to my life, like knowing that if my heart is in the right place, it's not like geared for nothing, selfish or crazy or harmful. I believe that you will be blessed or receive what you're supposed to receive in turn for that. Like leaving what was secure and going to do what I wanted to do, what felt more in alignment to me, allowed so many other things to be in alignment for me. It felt like the job just walked to me. The people I was supposed to meet just walked to me. It started feeling easier and less like I'm fighting against the gears of life.
Hmm.
And so, throughout school, I just gained a lot of wisdom, like from my teachers, my classmates, hands-on experience, and just carrying a different attitude through life. Like one thing Charlotte says from the beginning of class to the end was don't take things personal. And that really stuck with me throughout class because in life we can take a lot of things that happen to us personally. Like even like, oh, why can't I find the perfect job? Why can't I have time for this? Why can't I have time for this? Like, and these are valid feelings and emotions that we have, but we think of it as life happening to us instead of things happening like for us. And also sometimes we forget that like we don't have to just accept everything that life throws our way. You don't have to accept the hardships of life. Like if it's something you could pivot and move through, pivot and move through. If it's
Mhm.
something new and creative, like maybe every day you've gone left, but today you decide to go right. And when you went right, everything just changed for you for the better. Like little things and actions you can take that aren't hurting anybody. They just leaps like little risks you're doing for yourself. And so not taking things personal stuck with me. And so I've graduated from massage school. I graduated from the Center of Healing Arts, ran by Charlotte Irwin. And after that, I got my license. I passed my NBLEX exam. Um, I did everything I needed to do to become a businesswoman. But then it dawned on me, I have some more learning to do. I don't know everything about business. So now I'm a massage therapist and I work for the school. We're the Center for Healing Arts and we're located on Mound Road. And then I also work at Levada Massage in Livonia. We're on 5 Mile Road. And I do traveling massage. I'm in Detroit, Michigan, but I travel around the Metro Detroit area if anybody would ever want to get in contact with me. And then I'm in school now though because I am pursuing having my own business. I would like to run that, and I envision myself doing that. But what I've learned from envisioning myself doing things is that you have to take true like steps. You have to apply real steps. So I envision myself being a massage therapist. I needed to go to school, make the time to go to school, and that's what I did. Now I envision myself as a businesswoman, so I'm doing the steps I need to do. I'm enrolled at Wayne County Community College, and I'm taking school courses for business and entrepreneurship, so that way I can learn the ins and out and what an actual business owner looks like before I just put myself out there. Because a lot of small businesses experience a lot of hardships because of lack of knowledge. Like I don't want to overexert myself, like put myself out there and I'm not aware of what my community needs, or I'm not aware of what the demand is, or how much certain things will cost, and I'll put myself in a deeper hole than what I thought of. Like my beautiful idea will then turn into something that could hurt me because I didn't take actual steps. So I'm in school now, and I'm going to continue to pursue my education as I grow and matriculate my career. And things have just been good. I've been meeting so many awesome people. I've been learning so many new things, and just working with different techniques and just learning through life.
Oh my goodness gracious. I love your enthusiasm and your willingness to give it a go. I think so many times people miss that option to give something a go.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. Oh my goodness. I have a few questions for you.
Okay.
So, what do you think is the most important lesson that you've learned on your journey to success, both life and business, that you wish that more people or maybe more women would know more?
I would say um, keeping yourself flexible in every area. Like, don't get yourself too rigid or too stuck in a routine to where you can't branch off and try anything new. You don't want to put yourself in a box. And I think that for women, people in general, but mostly women, I would say trust in your gut.
Hmm.
There are times and moments where we talk about like women's intuition and just these knowings that we have. And it's true. You have to lean into that inner knowing and that inner voice that, you got this, you can do it. And if I put myself out there for the greater good, things will come back to me to help me blossom. You reap what you sow. You're not out there putting out anything harmful or bad. You had something from the goodness, kindness, sweetness of your heart, something that you envision bettering yourself and the people around you, whether it's your family, community, coworkers, whoever it is that's an extension of you. If what you're doing can help you and them, trust yourself and just get out there because it won't hurt anyone, you know?
Mhm. my God. Oh,
Yeah,
oh my
because I think
God.
sometimes
Scary.
we feel bad. We feel bad when we think of things that are kind of out the box. Like we feel bad when we want to switch things up. We feel like we have to stay this way because it pleases certain areas of your life. Maybe it pleases certain people. Maybe it just feels comfortable. But like deep down, you have an inner knowing that you want more and you just want to experience more. And I think that we have a tendency to shrink ourselves and like, oh, I don't need to do that. I don't need to do that. But like, why not? Why you? Why not you?
Hmm. Exactly. Oh my goodness. I feel like, yeah, I'm like praising you, like, oh, please. Yeah, like because that's so beautiful. And then what's also special is I don't need to teach you that. You already know that. But you also chose into a challenging space and place, which was a commitment for school and a school for massage, which is intense because Charlotte holds the bar really high.
Yeah, she does.
And with that, she taught you so many great things that would be in the room where you would teach with work with the client and out of the room. You know what I mean? Of
Yeah.
just life. So beautiful. I love it. I love it. How do you maintain focus and clarity on your vision, especially when you're faced with challenges or self-doubt?
Honestly, I take a nap. I do. I take a nap. It sounds simple, but I do. If you start getting overwhelmed, when I start getting a little too overwhelmed, I reset by taking a nap or spending just some quiet time alone, separate from anything that requires me to do something.
Hmm.
Like I take the time out to just be. So like not on my phone, not reading a book. I don't think about what I need to clean and what I need to, and a lot of times it's hard to do that unless you're asleep. So I take a nap. And like once I take a nap, I wake up and I'm able to look at things from like fresh eyes.
Hmm.
And a lot of times like it sounds kind of crazy. It may sound kind of like not selfish, but you have to really think about it in a sense of where I don't want to be stressed out about this.
Hmm.
What can we do to solve X, Y, and Z? Let's do that. If we are unable to do X, Y, and Z, we can't do it. And that's okay. You know, a lot of accepting and realizing, like, hey, do the best you can where you can. And if some things aren't just working out, maybe it's for you to take your hands off. Maybe it's not for you to stay up late hours ruminating and worrying about that. Maybe, let that rest and it'll come back later on. So when I'm feeling stressed and risking a burnout, I really make sure to prioritize what is not stressful. Like, what is it that I can take care of that's in my control? What am I doing about that? How am I managing that? And then what is out of my control? And how do I feel about that? Yes, I can sit and talk about how do I feel about what's out of my control. And you know, after I sit and talk about my feelings or write out my feelings or listen to some music that relate to my feelings, I kind of can let it go because once you understand how you feel about something, that's that. And either you can do something or it's just a feeling you have to accept.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been told you're an old soul?
Yeah, I really have.
Okay, I'm gonna concur with anybody who has ever said that to you because I'm like, it's amazing. I love it. I have the chills. So, what are your daily habits or practices outside of a rest, which I love, is so beautiful and amazing because so many times we forget that that is the best way. And I've learned that from having migraines. I used to get migraines, and now
Yeah.
when I feel like it like heavy, I know if I don't shut down real quick to reset, then I will be kissing the toilet because you know what I mean? In a way
Yeah.
of migraines, it goes so bad. And I'm like, that's not a result I want. I don't want to be sitting there grossed out. I want to rest. And that's what my body's telling me. So kudos to you. Thank you for saying that without the migraine part, because it's just an awareness before you get to that part. So
Right.
that's amazing. So yeah, what's your daily habits or practices that have been key to your personal growth in achieving your goals?
Um, some of my daily habits include going outside. Even if I just sit out there, I walk. I have a dog, so I walk my dog. But if I don't feel like walking or she doesn't feel like walking that day, I'll just go outside. Drinking plenty water. and cooking. I like to It's about to sound like crazy, but I used to work in childcare, so I kind of do the things that kids do, you know? They wake up and they do whatever they want to do. If they want to eat this, they go eat that. If they want to draw this, they go draw that. If they want to try this on, they go try that on. So I kind of take the time out to spend time with myself like that. Like I wake up, I get outside, maybe I watch something on TV that I enjoy. I make sure that I eat foods that I like that fuel my body, but they still are tasty, and I have fun cooking. Um, I drink water. That's pretty much most of my habits that I feel like have helped me stay clear-headed. When I'm outside doing something that's good and physical, eating well and taking care of my body, it makes me feel nourished and it makes me feel like I can take on the day. Oh, and another big thing I talk aloud. Like I might not do it in public, but I talk aloud. Like if I get to my room, especially if I have too many thoughts in my head at one time. Like I'll go to my room or somewhere where I'm alone, or I spend a lot of time in my car because I have to drive to work. I'll just talk about it. Like I'll just talk aloud, whatever it is that's on my mind. I'll say why it's on my mind, how it makes me feel. I wish I could get this off my mind. Like I say whatever it is out loud, and then that kind of helps me reset because I can hear myself.
Hmm. Oh my gosh, there, I wish I saved it, but there was a video that said, now y'all are gonna think I'm crazy, and it was somebody who's very Southern and very like all about, it was so fun. Gosh, I wish I would have saved it. And
Mhm.
he was like, when I'm out and about and some people think I'm talking to myself, I am talking to myself unless you're gonna listen. And how psychologically it's so good for us. Like you
Yes,
said, like it's so good and it can be looked at in so many different ways, yet it's so beautiful and it gets you out of your head.
yes,
It
it
really
does.
does, because when you sometimes when you say it out loud, you're like kind of laughing at yourself, like, that was silly. That was
You
so
do.
silly. So I love that. It's so good.
Yes.
If you could give one piece of advice to women or men or whomever is going to apply the most, stepping into their power, achieving their best selves, what would that be?
Stand stand firm in who you are and what you want to see in your life.
Mm,
And that comes to anybody. Standing firm, you don't standing firm and being assertive and having boundaries, sometimes that can get looked across like people say like, oh, that person might be mean or oh, they're strict or somebody might try to label you off to be some way, but you have to ignore labels, good or bad. Like whether
mhm,
somebody's telling you doing super good or bad, don't let the things that people say get too much in your head.
mhm,
Keep the vision of what you have and what you want for yourself, to yourself and hold tight and fast to that because it's precious. It is so precious because it's your life. And there are people that are not always on the side of love and light. There are not always people that want to support you and aid to that. And it's sad to say, but it's true. So you want to hold things to you near and dear and make sure that what you are sharing, especially what you envision for yourself in your life, share that with the people who are supportive not just to you but to their own lives. You get them like you want to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that have visions and things for them because they can see you outside the box as well as themselves versus people who only can see you in this little, you know, this
mhm,
box of what they have for you. And it's not bad or nothing like that, but we get used to things. So when you're trying new stuff and you have a goal and vision for you, sometimes people can be a bit taken back because you taking a stance in life. You want something different from what you already know. So stand firm in who you are. Um, you know, make the choices and decisions that reflect that person that you see, because we all have to grow and mature. Like even me right now, I'm learning to become a businesswoman. So there are ways that I'm learning to spend my money and save my money and budget things. Like it's certain habits that you implement when you are becoming who you already are. Like you're shedding off the things that you're used to so you can walk in and welcome who you are and what you see for your life. So
mhm,
you just got to stand firm in that and who you are and what you see and what comes with that. Like know who you are, what you want, and also know your territory because it's yours and you got to know the ins and out about it, how to grow, make it prosper, share it, tend to it, defend it, all types of things. Um, so that's the advice I would give to people and women. Stand
Oh my
firm.
goodness.
You are
I
what you
love standing firm in that certainty is so beautiful. And I love that you brought up labels. One of my girlfriends and a business owner that's part of our Worthy Collective, which we'll talk about after, um, she said this one day, total casual conversation, and it was a situation that she had, and she goes, she said what happened, what somebody said about her, and she goes, but you know what? I'm not going to wear that. I was like, whoa, 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 what'd you say?
Yeah,
And she said, I'm not going to wear that.
I love that.
Isn't that great?
I love
I
that.
feel like I need to make a t-shirt. I'm not going to wear that. You know what I mean? Because so many times, good or bad, like you said, somebody's going to give us a label and it sticks on us. And we're
Yeah.
like, it's even if it was good, it's like good, 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 good. But
And
what
you
is the,
thinking now I have to be good. I have to keep doing this so I can be good. I have to be good. And it's like you have to be you. And that's the most important thing, good or bad. And I love that. I'm not gonna wear that.
right?
I'm
Isn't that so good? Because then you're like,
nope.
not today, not
No.
today. I
No.
know, I love it. I remembered, and I was like, whoa, 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 hold on.
And
Wait.
you know what? It makes it more powerful because I actually love fashion. And when I think about that, when I think about the labels people hand off, a lot of the times you have to look at this. Is this a cheap label? Is this something that I want to put on? Is this worth having in my collection? And if it's not worth having in your collection, no. No. I love that phrase.
Isn't that
I
so
don't want to wear that.
No, her name is Sarah Zaluski. You'll meet her
Go,
one day.
Sarah.
I know you're gonna meet her and you're gonna be like, oh, yes, I love your tagline. Oh my goodness. And
I
I love
love
how
that.
you referenced that to fashion. I have to say that I grew up where my mom would not let me wear, and I am so much older. I don't want to think about the fact that I could be your mom. I could be your mom, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm wise. It's all good.
Be
Yeah.
awesome mom.
You
You
what?
be my awesome mom.
Oh, okay. I'll be your bonus mom. That's cool. Yes. Yeah. However, yet she believed that I wasn't allowed to wear anything with a name brand. And she would say, hey, if you want to wear their name brand, then they need to pay you to wear their name brand. And I always laughed. And now I'm like, oh, mom. You know what I mean? Like, such a good point. But I love that you referenced it back to clothing so that you know certain brands that you're like, oh, that I could probably wear two times, it'll be done. Or something that it has more leverage in the sense that
Yeah.
it's going to stay
Got
together.
longevity to it.
You're not going to like split something when you're out.
Yeah. And that's good or bad because not every name brand place makes clothes with good, like actual materials that'll last years and years. Sometimes you only get two wears, even if it's a good brand.
Yeah.
Whereas what you would consider lower quality, their shirts will last you 10 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. Same for shoes. Although I did love me some serious
Hey,
Payless shoes.
no, yeah, we need Payless back. I'm so sad they went out of business.
Oh my gosh, I still have a pair of shoes. They're not the most uncomfortable, but man, they're so cute. They're so
Yes,
cute.
we need Payless back. Please, please come back.
I know. Yeah. You never know. We'll laugh one day when they're like, and they're back. Okay, one last question. How do you balance ambition and rest, ensuring that you stay aligned with your values and avoid burnout?
Um, I pray a lot. I am only human, so I do. I have a very strong faith. I pray a lot. When I get in those, because sometimes life, even when you're doing everything right, like you staying well rested, you drinking water, you eating good, you doing all the stuff, all the stuff. And life can still feel like a overwhelming, like a backpack full of bricks or something is on you. Like it can still just feel crazy. And so when I get in moments like that, I just pray aloud, like, and I just thank God. I'm like, I thank God that you're here.
Mm.
I'm not alone. You're here. I don't have to wear any of this. Like none of this is for me. I don't, I keep myself humble that way too. I make sure that I stay humble because, of course, we have ambitions. You want to be a massage therapist, a doctor, a teacher, a nail tech, a student, a lawyer. Like you want these things that require so much ambition and drive. They require a lot out of you because they demand it. But you have to remember, you human. You're still Sarah. You're still John. You're still Brittany. Like you are still living life for the first time. Like, you growing up, you was just a kid, you was just a teenager, you was just in your 20s, you was just in your 30s, you was just in your 40s, just in your 50s. Like everything is a new experience for you. Like nothing, of course, you feel like, okay, I've gained and I got it, but sometimes things can still feel like too much. And you have to remember, although I'm this businesswoman, doctor, lawyer, such and such, I'm still human. I still need help. I still get overwhelmed. And in those moments, um, I keep in mind that there is a greater power than I, making me even able to feel burnout. Because you go and go and go and go until eventually you realize, hey, I'm really tired. And when you look back on it, it's like, wow, I was really kept going. Like that could not have just been me. Like that's why I'm so tired now. And it makes you think back to how far, like, whatever you subscribe to, like how far God has carried me through to where I can stop and rest and look back at all the things that I've accomplished. And I look at myself and I realize like I'm still me. Even when I get tired, I'm like, I'm still me. Like I'm still that person that's like, I'm overwhelmed, I need help. And so it kind of keeps me humble when I keep in mind, like, no matter how great I get, no matter how many of my goals I grab and achieve, I'm still only human and I need a friend to talk to. I need a laugh to share. I need tears to cry, and I'm glad that I get that and I receive that out the universe. I get that from God. I don't have to continue to be this big builder 24/7 that's always, because being too ambitious can lead to burnout. So you just want to keep in mind that you're human and you need rest as well. Like you can take days off. Like sometimes you hear motivational speakers, they be like, "Oh, I don't sleep. You can sleep when you're dead." And I'm like, "Oh no. Oh."
No,
And of
no
course,
reset. No, that's not healthy.
exactly. And of course, to each his own. But I agree with you. That's not healthy. And that's not how humans are intended to live. We're intended to have play. You're supposed to go outside and have fun, do stuff just because. You're supposed to go out and just have fun, enjoy life, eat good food. Like, even if you eat healthy all the time, like, you can have a piece of chocolate cake. It's okay to experience pleasure in life. It's not always work, 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 work and then, so that's how I keep myself from experiencing burnout. I make sure that I pray and I make sure that I look at myself from the lens of something that's smaller than what it is I'm trying to be. Like I keep myself grounded in who Sarah is because we all started somewhere.
Mhm.
Even if I was to be a billionaire or something like that, I would remember like, hey, I just needed $20 2 months ago.
Mhm.
So just keeping
True.
myself in the lens of like, I'm just a person who has ideas and goals that I want to achieve to help others and myself.
Mhm.
And that kind of keeps me in a good frame.
I'd say not kinda, I'd say it does. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'm clarifying that right there in the certainty, like you said earlier, to stand firm. So grateful. Oh my goodness. I am so thankful that you were open to the leadership game. You played all out and then you responded to my message because I was like, oh, I want to see what's going on. And then to hear you have not stopped, you kept going, which is so inspiring. You didn't say, okay, I'm going to learn this and now I'm done. You're constantly in it, and I'm so grateful. And so when I share this live, I will make sure that everyone has your information on how to contact you so that they know where they can come find you, or you can come to them and how you can serve them, and the opportunity that you have to be able to remind them of the self-care that's really important, and which is how you can help them, and how massage is so much more than just self-care. There's the
Yeah.
opportunity and what I've learned from Charlotte, and then Charlotte's mentored my friend Lori, and that's how I met Charlotte was through Lori. And And she was the one that came in at the end that did like so many years of massage. And so she was the one that she's taught me what I now know about massage, about like it is so much bigger than a simple self-care moment in how
Yeah.
your body reacts and how much it needs to move things along. And, the things I can't do to myself, yet you can make such a
And
difference.
girl, and I'm a cute ass nigga. Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry. Yeah, and you just made me think of another topic. A big thing I've learned with massage that's deeper than self-care, because like you say, it is deeper than self-care. It's very energetic. A lot of the things we do are energetic. And I was talking about trusting our gut feelings and things and such. I've learned that as I've dived deeper in massage too. Like those gut feelings and emotions, it's all energetic. And when you saying it's deeper than just self-care. In my massage, I implicate that. Like I like to be really focused on the energy that's in the room and the person that's presented to me because you have to meet everyone where they're at. Like even though I massage multiple people, I see people every other day in those sessions, everybody feels different, are experiencing different things. Even if it's in the same spot, it feels and is and reacts differently to that person. And a lot of the times, the tension and stress we feel on our body comes from like unresolved emotional things, things unsaid, stressful environments that are literally weighing on you physically. And that's how you go so long, like you don't feel it until you feel it. But I like to make people aware of the energy and aware of what's going on so that way they can kind of pinpoint, like, okay, this is feeling like this. So that means this may or may not happen. And it kind of gives you a heads up on like how to, relieve neck and shoulder tension. That's usually what people struggle with. Or migraines. You brought up migraines. A lot of people that suffer from migraines, sometimes they overthink, ruminate on stuff, past issues that haven't been released and let go yet. And they may or may not know these things, but when you bring it to their attention, like I've had a woman tell me that she's like, she let me open up to me. She's like, I went to therapy and I brought up blah, 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 blah. She's like, and I have been having migraines. And I was like, wow. I was so shocked, and granted, I don't attribute that to just me alone, but I'm glad that our conversation gave her something to think about. Like the energy that she has ruminating could be coming physically. And she was
Mhm.
like, ever since that talk, and I thought about that, I haven't been having migraines. And so that makes me feel good. And I'm glad you said that because self-care is much deeper, than that. It's very spiritual.
It is. Woo, I got the chills from that. My grandma would say that that meant the angels were visiting us. Woo, bring
Yes,
on.
yes.
Love it. Well, Sarah, thank you so much for your precious time sharing more about you, and the heart behind the businesswoman that you are and that you are made to be. And I feel so excited to know you on your journey. And any way that I and my team can support you, I know that we absolutely will. And I'm excited for other people to know more about you because I know that you massage men and women and, being able to serve people right where they are, like you said, and coming to them where they are. And your work and what you've done personally and professionally gives the opportunity for you to really expand your business because you realize that. That is so absolutely beautiful. So thank you for sharing about you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.